Depression is not something to be afraid of. Depression is not this negative energy that the world tries to make it into. In this video, I am going to share with you one simple shift that can turn depression into a life-changing event for you. Hi, my name is Bethel, and I love to give practical tips on how to live a life of bliss, joy, and freedom like you imagine and you deserve. Every human being is a glorious, energetic body. And within that glorious, energetic body is a natural state that it will go into time to time called compression. Compression is when your huge energetic spirit starts looking for answers in the outer reflection of the world that can only be found on the inside. Because on the inside, you have all the answers, whether you are aware of that or not. Anything and everything that is in your best interest can be found internally. The answers are there waiting for you to seek them. So our great big glorious spirit will go inward to get these answers because it naturally will return home knowing that their answers will be found. In this natural inward movement of energy is called compression. However, we live in a society, in a world that says going inward is a bad thing. Going inward is something you should be ashamed of. Going inward only does damage. And so instead of this compression being a glorious answer-seeking mission, it becomes a negative, self-sabotaging, limiting belief called depression. Depression is the same thing, starts out the same thing as compression. We realize that there is something not quite right in our environment. We start looking for answers. And most of us are trained and socialized to start looking for them outside of us. And as we're looking for those answers outside of us and see no results coming, our inner natural state is to go inward. And so we do. But immediately that triggers the negative socialization word called depression. Depression is when we subconsciously label this compression and we give it a negative definition. So instead of being able to truly experience this magical journey, immediately we judge it as a negative thing. And then we become depressed. And we halt that experience of going inward for the answers. And we stay in this limbo. Our energy force is naturally seeking to go get those answers where we have this negative definition, limiting belief wall stopping us. Hence the depressed state, hence the sadness that we feel. And a lot of times we're not even aware of why this sadness is coming because it's this internal conflict that is happening within us. Isn't that fantastic? Our natural energetic field through the compression process allows a person to go deep, to dive deep, to look at things that can only be done internally, and to seek the answers that can only be found inside an individual person. And then as we go through that process and shed off those limiting beliefs and embrace the answers we're looking for, we emerge from the state of compression a new person. Kind of like a butterfly. We emerge and we step a little bit closer into our power, into who we came to earth to be. A simple shift to allow this compression process stay this beautiful transformative journey instead of be blocked by depression is to shift out of that negative definition associated with this cycle that is our soul's natural state of being. Shift out of the negative belief system that when we go inward, that there is something wrong with us. Shift out of that negative belief system that it's not okay to have moments to yourself. And realize that it is okay to have those moments for yourself. It is okay to go inward. In fact, it is your natural state of being. When you can shift that negative connotation attached to this process, you have the ability to change an emotion of depression. You can see it as a glorious transformation process instead of a limiting one. So the next time you feel yourself going inward, the next time that you feel that you are being called to a quiet inward journey, allow the process to happen. Let go of the judgment. Embrace the process. And notice, depression doesn't come. Power comes. Beauty comes. And the beautiful, powerful person you emerge as is so worth it. Go ahead and put in the comments your experience with shifting from depression to compression. Any practical advice? Anything that you have seen happen? And until next time, my friends, I believe in you. I love you. And namaste.